All right. Hello, YouTube. I keep forgetting. Cypher works at 18, though. She does. So, hi, YouTube. As I was, saying, I think for today, we're just gonna hop right into the story, because we have a lot to cover, and I don't want to stay up too late, you know? So, we're probably, just gonna hop right into it, since I started the quest last week, but did not finish it. And I only got so much time. So, if you weren't here last week, or if you don't want spoilers for the story, I understand if you have to leave for whatever reason, but if you don't mind spoilers, or if you've already seen it and want to see my reaction, please feel free to stick around. But we are just going to hop right into it, so that I can eat my food while it's still warm. Continue challenge. Basically, last time, Aranova was supposed to start, but then Lygus decided to be sus, and now he's giving us history of what's going on with Phainon. So, here we are. Also, let me know if the audio needs to be adjusted in whatever way.
Is this your idea of an honorable duel?
Bloodshed isn't the way. We and Aggie don't want to see Chrysoceres turn on each other. True warriors know when to sheathe their blades. The impartial Talantan shall oversee this duel. You need only place your offerings upon their scales. Something that has more weight than the fate of the world.
Of course, I was looking down, leading into it. On the scales. Okay.
Which means only those who understand the world's weight are worthy to carry it. Is this how you plan to test our convictions? Well, Kremnoan, looks like you won't be able to punch your way through this one.
It makes no difference. One last chance, new recruit. Walk away, and I'll spare your life.
Ah, the beginnings of a budding friendship.
Come and face me. I'll give
Or
you
relationship, depending on how you want to look at it.
Hard to imagine they once clashed like this.
Holy Maiden, I can't help but feel like a pawn that has stumbled into some greater political game.
Every hero was once a child, and every child must grow.
That's so. I don't even know why I'm standing here right now. Look at me. Just a common soldier. Since swordsmanship won't decide the winner, Lady Goldweaver should be here instead. My devotion to the Holy City could never compare to hers.
What if we told you this duel isn't about winning or losing, but rather in the choice you make?
Are you saying that Lady Goldweaver is testing me?
There's always tests.
Every Chrysocere is indispensable to the Flame Chase journey. And you and the Crown Prince of Kremnos are both a part of the prophecy. What the duel marks is not an ending, but a beginning. So, listen to your heart. We wish only to hear your answer.
True enough. The voice within has never failed me. It doesn't matter what the result is. I'll give it everything I have.
Spoken like a Chrysocere. Now go, Phainon. Your journey has only just begun.
Has it?
That's right, comrade. It's time for us to teach that proud prince a lesson together.
Hi, Neon. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Come on, we got this.
Now that's what I like to hear. Still, on the topic of the Temple of the Three Fates, here we are, at the Temple of the Time Titan. And I don't even know how Cyrene's studies are progressing. We haven't really had much contact since I set out. Still, I hope she's doing well. Anyway, let's go, comrade. It's not every day you get a chance to see Talantin's scales of justice.
What's going on?
I thought Cyrene died.
Did he just say Cyrene's studying?
Yeah, okay, I'm not crazy.
But how is that possible? Wasn't she? Of course, Lygus disappears right when I need answers.
I thought she totally died in the disaster of
Forget it. I need to
Silesia.
catch up with Phainon first.
Amazing. Talantin may have fallen, but their scales remain true to their purpose.
I hope you still remember your purpose, new recruit.
You seem awfully confident, Kremnoan. Let's see how you define the idea of weight.
For your information, in Castrum Kremnos, the punishment for profaning a duel with such crooked words is impalement. But as we're in foreign lands, I'll indulge you. The signet of Kremnos, the crown jewel of our people. That's my choice.
A ring. Not just any ornament, I'd wager. What's the story behind this little treasure?
Don't push your luck. Think I'd pour my heart out to you?
But he wants
Just know that
the
Kremnos'
lore.
1,000 years of glory could bring a titan to its knees. Let alone a nobody like you.
So to him, glory and his people outweigh the entire world.
And the very destiny that Mighty himself will eventually shoulder.
All right.
Well, that's easy for you to say. I'm just a holy city guard up against Kremnos' walking war machine of a prince. Don't you think this is a little bit too unfair?
Don't overthink it, Phainon. Trust your heart.
Yep. Accept the test.
Now, this is a tough one. What can I possibly offer against a ring that signifies so much? Well, comrade, what does your gut tell you?
The deliverer card, the blade you carry, a heart of steel. Deliverer card.
Looks like we really are on the same wavelength. In the end, there's only one thing I can trust. The deliverer that appeared in my life on that day. How ironic. I can't even look at this card properly, much less follow where it leads. Just thinking about how my village was swallowed by the black tide makes my hands shake. The flames, the screams, my utter failure to protect anyone. Speaking rationally, I know it's not nearly enough. Addis Elysiae was just a small village. Its loss barely a scar on Amphorius' face. But here and now, my heart says something else. This card. It's everything I have left. Nothing weighs heavier.
Perhaps that itself is the answer.
Hi, Cyrene.
Look, Phainon.
It's so nice to see you all again. Lady Trinan, Phainon. Hello. Seeing you here sure is a sweet surprise.
I am suspicious. But how? Did I stumble into the wrong Amphorius?
Why so surprised? Could it be... Did you miss me?
Cyrene? This is incredible. I was literally just thinking about how you might be here. But I'd never imagined I'd see you this soon.
I was supposed to leave with the priest. But then I heard Lady Maiden was with a white-haired young man. I figured it had to be you, so I snuck back here.
That's Cyrene for you. Unfortunately, this isn't a good time for reminiscing. That Kremnoan over there.
Still playing house, boy?
You get the idea.
Quite the hothead. You know, you two just might get along.
She knows.
Don't worry. You already know what the answer is, don't you?
She knows.
If that's your choice, I am with you. I am with you because I remember it all too. The fields of Aedis Elysiae, those red leaves, that little swing of mine beneath the tree where I dreamed the sweetest dreams. And those dear fairies in the Memorance maze. It hurts so much knowing they're gone forever. The pain speaks for itself. Our hometown may have been just a tiny village, but to us, it was the whole world. But that's not enough, Phainon. Not nearly enough. Even though hatred can help people grow and turn a boy into an unbreakable warrior, what you need now is victory. You can't just stack the scales with your past suffering. You have to throw the weight of your future onto them as well.
The future? What do you mean?
The future is ours for the taking!
Maybe that was a bit too cryptic for you.
We can change our
Actually, really
destiny.
simple.
We can change the
Why not
future.
have our mutual friend here stand on the scales with the deliverer?
Me?
How about it? Can you help us?
Wouldn't that be cheating?
Relax. Our dear Crown Prince won't have a clue.
Let's try that. The fate of Akuma hangs on this duel. I must claim victory. For their sake, I will stake everything I have. Stand with me, comrade, and we shall become heroes.
Okay. Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow.
Let's. Together we'll prove that what weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future.
Talantin, the fair, the just, they of unassailable integrity. The challengers have made their choices. In the name of the Holy Maiden of the Three Fates, lower your scales, weigh destiny, and reveal unto us your verdict.
Your offering is a card?
Yes, a flimsy little card. That is my choice. Just know that it's called the Deliverer.
Interesting.
Is this why
well.
Mighty?
If you can beat me with
Is this where Mighty
card,
gets his nickname for
that's
Phainon?
what I'll call you from now on.
Yeah!
It's a deal.
The scales. They're wavering.
Talantin is deliberating on the outcome. It appears the convictions of both sides are equally matched.
Peak romance has been born. Generic Pro, welcome! How you doing? I hope you're doing well.
Suffocating. Like the whole world's weight is on my shoulders. But I believe what my heart tells me.
You doing good? Good here.
Finally decided?
Hear thee, children of humanity. I shall pronounce judgment. For the difference is now clear. The one whose offering weighs more than the fate of the world is... one from Ides Elysiae, the nameless hero.
Whee!
However, heed this. The true weight of conviction originates not from itself, but rather in that which tips the scales. Hope itself.
What's that supposed to mean?
I think the Titan means that it's not anyone's personal convictions that outweigh the fate of the world. It's about a wish, one which we all share. You, me, everyone here. What tipped the scales wasn't Phainon's conviction alone, but the collective hopes carried by this oracle card. Humanity's desperate call for a deliverer.
Yes, even you and your people. Kremnoan.
Placing us both on the same side of the scales? Foolish. We Kremnoans are your mortal enemies. Such weak idealism will only get you skewered on our spears.
Uh-huh.
Fine by me. I've never claimed to be the deliverer from the card anyway. I'm a soldier. And if it's my fate to bleed my last on the battlefield, then so be it. I'll fight to my last breath. And on this, I know that we're the same.
Why didn't they put
all a hero
Ika on the
really
thingy? Cause
Someone with that kind of conviction.
Hyacinth is busy.
And the deliverer? Just a sum of all those heroes.
A brilliant explanation.
Oh, she's here.
Just as prophesied, On this day, the final 2 heroes shall join the flame chase journey.
I should have known from the start. They all say Lady Goldweaver is quite brazen, but you're the first to even imagine that prophecies could persuade a Kremnos warrior.
Oh, I have 1,000 ways to tame a lion. But this lion didn't come here for bloodshed, did he?
The Kremnoans far outmatch Akama's forces, yet we haven't lost a single soul. That's no accident, is it?
Do you honestly think Kremnoans, renowned for our love of battle, would show mercy?
Your forces are equally renowned for their iron discipline. And so, we can only assume that this is on your orders.
Oh, snap.
Perhaps Akama isn't as hidebound as the rumors say. You grasp the true marrow of power more clearly than those elders.
Now that the wheels of fate are
They didn't have an
turning,
eco-citic
what
animation.
finer way to celebrate
There.
this fortuitous encounter than a feast? Follow me, brave outlanders. Heroes of this world are as countless as the stars. And at this moment, we find ourselves gathered here by the light of the flames of the long night. History shall remember this moment. The prophesied Chrysos heirs now stand assembled, heralding a new dawn for Amphorius.
You must see now how different this is from the flame chase journey you traveled.
Just where did you disappear to? Whose memories are these? And whose role am I playing?
Who? Or perhaps the role is not that of a person who really existed. Notice how only 2 particular individuals seem aware of your presence. Patience. We're approaching the final act. These are, as I mentioned, his first memories. They are of particular importance for the imminent Era Nova. Such as this very moment, as the prophesized demigods gather with Talenton as witness. This is a moment calculated by the gods. What comes after is no different from that which you already know. Some join, others leave, while flame chasers bear their faint light forward through the long night. Ah, come. Your seat awaits. After 13 heartbeats, our heroes will be ferried to the final scene.
Gosh, props to Lygus' voice actor. He does such a good job. I got finance artifacts to S rating. Wait, how do you know your artifacts are S rated?
They say that the heroes of this world should be as countless as the stars. Yet now, we're the only ones left
Build
standing.
guide.
So, in the end, the black tide still swallowed everything.
Hold the freak up! She's got the. Oh!
It will hold for the time being. Professor Anaxa deployed wards in the north and
Okay,
east.
yeah, Black Reaver's totally him. Use Cyrie's weapon and then how? This is what the Reaver has, the Flame Reaver.
And Akama. We needn't fear for Aglaya. Even in death, she counts as the greatest among demigods. Her threads of romance weave an impenetrable shield, and the people answer her call, rallying to the city's defense.
Well, I was freaking out. You're seeing things. West stands protected by my knees. Hold the Anaxa deployed wards in the north and east? This is
Let's move.
different on how it played out.
We must complete
Have
the
they
Era Nova before the
looped
next entry.
before?
For Amphorius.
That only leaves 3 hours.
So, this is the last time we'll see her.
Phainon, we set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysos heir. So has it always been.
Then why? Why must Emphorius's wishes be so cruel? We made the best choices we could, whenever we could. But in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this?
I don't know. We haven't had any other choice, except to move forward. Not for a long time now. Even if we only see the long, long night ahead, I still believe that through it, we'll find the dawn on the other side. Beyond these flames, a new sun will someday rise. So, to the Temple of the Three Fates. You'll take over Time's authority, and we'll return all the core flames to the Vortex. Then put this world's fate to its final rest. After which, we shall all face oblivion. Or embark on one final, grand journey.
Ah. So, Cyrene might have become the Titan, so maybe any possible things are her. Also, hi, Fearter! How you doing? I haven't seen the trailer yet. I saw your message, though.
It matters not. I know fate has run its course.
The Black Tide has reached Akama. Emphorius does not have much time left. It is time for the Era Nova.
As agreed, I shall present the core flame of Tide.
I think I might watch the trailer on stream at some point. I just don't know when.
Ride the river of time. It will guard your passage to the vortex of Genesis. Step through and witness.
Professor Anaxa proved the truth of Genesis with his sacrifice. As Chrysos heirs of the prophecy, we were always destined to immolate ourselves for this world. Now, it's our turn. We can't let everyone's sacrifices be in vain.
I don't need another pep talk, Phainon. After all, we've been ready to fight fate ever since we left the village, haven't we?
Yeah. Come. Let's claim the miracle we were promised, and burn away every last shadow in this world.
And then rise as the first light of a new world.
Light calendar 4931, the third week of the month of Evernight. Welcome, my lady, to the end of the flame chase.
Aren't we in 6,000 or something?
And the end of all things. The Titan has revealed the gateway of fate. Please, accept the invitation to step across the threshold. And behold, beyond this gate lies the new world that our heroes sought through their trials, as well as the terminus that the owner of these long memories has been hurtling towards their entire life. Perhaps you'll find it all too familiar. Then you'll understand how the mortal called Phainon shouldered the world's weight. How that same burden crushed him, proving that the so-called deliverer is nothing more than Emphorius's own delusion. A pitiful fantasy that it could defy fate's decree.
Okay.
Please, esteemed one, the answers you seek lie in these non-existent times.
The door's familiar. Yeah, they've reused it a couple of times. follow the two and enter the end of destiny.
The future revealed by the Titan.
Just what will we see?
Yep. Probably not good stuff. Based on what Liga said. End of...
The vortex of Genesis. So it is here. But just what is this?
Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
It's interesting seeing him different emotions from him.
Of Genesis, where the world begins and ends. What stage could be more befitting of our final act? Come, I beseech you onward, buoyed by your surging curiosity, as an unattainable existence that has dwelled within his heart, beyond his reach. You have accompanied him through the march of years uncounted. You naturally have the right to view the river of time in its fullness, and to witness what he welcomed upon his arrival here. Every absurd and tragic ending. Now, if you would...
Keep going to witness the theatrical curtain call.
My journey to the Aranova.
When the Aranova comes,
Enough talk.
here it
Go.
Now
What becomes of one person?
Come on, Snowy. Make the air...
Shoot. So many dialogues I missed!
None of that matters now. This brutal flame chase journey has stripped away my delusions. I know the future is in some peaceful paradise with gentle west winds, just waiting to welcome us to step in.
This will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
Oh, it's the line, but way sadder. Is this the rest of Phainon and Cyrie's story? Haven't I seen this scene before?
Ah, indeed. In his memories, such a scene replays over and over. Though the details may differ, this remains ever the same. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle.
You guys called me crazy for thinking that this line was applying to Phainon. You're like, no, it's Trina and Trian. It's for Trebios. Nah. Called it. What does she mean by romantic? This is often a misconception I've realized that a lot of people have, but romantic doesn't necessarily have to mean like love and romantic. It also means like imaginative or like impractical, like dreamlike. It's idealized. So when Cyrene says it's almost a romantic story, what that is like it's a very much idealized fantasy kind of thing. But obviously, I think I remember one time I called something romantic on stream and people were like, huh? What? I'm like, no, not in the love sense, in the idealized fantasy kind of thing. So it often is a misconception, I have noticed.
A total of 33,550,335 times.
I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting that. So it was, it has been looping this 33 million times. Isn't this like okay, this explains some posts I saw. People were saying that this is like a perfect number. Yeah. Fun fact, some of these numbers are also in Sunday's E6. 33 million times! He's been doing this 33, almost 34 million times!
Each is a drop from the river of time, representing the long journey he would take. Or rather,
it's a causality. Well, it's because Sunday wants perfectness too.
Ending cycle.
What cycle? Tell me more. I'll pretend like I didn't figure this out a few minutes ago.
Just putting it in terms that might be easier for you to understand. Seeing is believing. Why not let your own two eyes uncover the truth? Or perhaps you can simply walk straight to the final truth. See the true face of the character you play, and witness the ultimate nature of the Chrysos heirs, flame-chase journey, and the cycles of Unforius.
Read them all, please.
Take your time.
I am the same person that was reading lore in Genshin and chat started begging me to stop. You think I wouldn't read them all? Hold on, is this the right order? Oh, okay, nope, it's all different orders. Hi, Assistant Fire, welcome. How you doing? Hope you're doing well.
Not a single soul to be seen. So this is how the vortex looks at the end of days. Looks like I've got company after all. But since you've made it here, so in the end you succeeded, Executioner.
Okay.
Castros, didn't you?
Who? We don't know yet.
Yes. I've become Death's demigod, and shall never again walk the world of the living. What you see is the surging of the river of
Although I'm
souls,
pretty sure it's the Flame Reaver.
brought on by the countless dead feeding it in these dark times. They cry out. Though dead, they'll converge into a torrent and guard the vortex to see the Era Nova fulfilled.
I will take all the wishes of the departed with me. Please. Everyone, fight with me. To the very last.
Thanks, Assistant Fire, for the 6 months.
A bit angry that my 2-day
I
leave
hear
was
them.
cancelled due to miscommunication.
The dead hail you. They're prepared. Go on, Deliverer. We'll keep that executioner in our shadows. The path before you leads to light and eternal flames.
Okay. Execution refers to the Flame Reaver. I don't think that's ever been, like, one-to-one said before, but I think it can be inferred, especially the fact that the Flame Reaver, like, has gone through and killed a lot of people. All right. 7,753,021. If I did that right.
Water everywhere. This place is always so wet and sticky. Even my tail's getting heavy. Plus that burnt smell. And that sizzling noise. Yikes. Nobody from Dolos could stand this.
So you feel it too, huh?
Go on then. I'll handle the filth. Do what you need to do.
Let me fight with you. Better odds with 2.
Hey, remember what the seamstress said?
You know what really matters.
Yeah. I'll leave it to you then.
Wow, someone's not shy. Just so you know, I'm not in the business of making losing deals. I'll distract that executioner. You go turn the world's biggest lie into truth. Let me become the first wind of your new world.
Perfect time for cat plays. Hi, Gillyheed. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. You know what's crazy? So Phainon is going through this. Chances are he doesn't remember, but what if in the course of this quest, all of these timelines converge and he remembers all of them? But second point, all of these characters have died over 33 million times. They've experienced death over 33 million times. All right, hope you're good too. Yeah, I am.
Just shut up and get out of here!
Are you crazy, Mighty? Immortal or not, even if you're the demigod of strife.
Oh, I'm still no match for them.
No, I know you can. I just wanted to request that you witness the Era Nova with me. Together. Let's prove that we're enough to transcend the prophesized fate.
Could it be that now, at the critical juncture, our mighty deliverer is chickening out? Scared of a stupid prophecy? I'll transcend the prophesized fate. All right. But I've got a better way. As the son of Gorgo, I'll prove myself with one last grand victory. Just like when I ripped out the old king's heart. Go. Leave this to me. If the black tide creatures block out the sun, then we Kremnoans will fight in the shade. And when I'm done with that executioner, we'll raise our cups where the west winds end.
Next one. 823,156. Oh, there's one where Ika's the last one.
Hey, little one. Are you scared? As brave as Hyacinth. Stay close, little Ika. What? No, not you two. I see. I won't squander your kindness. Your hopes. So please, keep this bit of sky standing for me. Well, now there's one last thing I need to do before the Era Nova. Come, Executioner. Let this patch of clear sky show me where to strike.
I'm pretty sure every possibility happened. True, but it's definitely not a possibility I considered.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate.
So even the future revealed by the Titans may not come to pass.
The Era Nova. This unrivaled masterpiece. I have no regrets now that I may entrust it to my most trusted apprentice.
Are you saying?
Fate is ever unassailable. The golden threads tell me the black tide rushes toward the vortex, ready to swallow this place. I must weave the last of my humanity into a net to hold back the deluge. I shall have my final bath in warm and radiant gold. Now, the hour of fulfillment has come. Forgive me. I must snip away every risk to weave the strongest future for the new world. There is nothing more to say. We part here. I shall personally dispatch that wretched executioner, not with threads of gold, but with the steel tip of a needle.
Gosh, I love Aglaya. Dang.
Treeby, look. We made it to the vortex.
Oh my gosh, he sounds so broken.
That prophesied future. The flower fields where the west wind ends. Terra Nova. We're so close now. You can't speak anymore.
He's only the tribute doll? Yeah, that's what I think too.
Allow me to pause just a moment before I keep my promise. Let me answer your cruel fate by tearing that executioner's heart from the void.
Last one.
The vortex.
There's one with an accent.
The last time I was here, I was returning the core flame of reason. I didn't have the time to observe it in too much detail back then. But a holy sanctuary of the Titans. Looks more like their frozen crypt to me.
Well, all the core flames do lie here now. It's my honor to walk the final stretch with a mind such as yours, Professor.
Oh, getting ahead of ourselves, are we? Have you forgotten so quickly? I died for truth long ago. What walks with you now is but a thought in your mind.
Of course. How could I forget that?
But I'll say the same to you. It's my honor to walk this final stretch with you. Now go. Stand tall and finish your final task.
Yeah. Just leave it to me.
Time for that wretched executioner to pay what they owe.
Gosh, that's so cool.
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
Not Diffusion, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, thank you. Giggity! Thank you so much for the 7 months! I appreciate it, thank you. I hope you're doing well. Falling for that noise alone. Ah! All right, before we get in, thank you for the straighten and the hydrate. Time to straighten everybody. We got to unshrimp. A lot of good things, or intense things, I feel like are about to happen. Just prolonging it. Okay. All right. Here we go.
You really think you're prepared? Allow me to give you a warning, most earnest. Once you see what these memories hide, the world's course will be forever irreversible.
Chat. Are you ready? Or should we take a break now? I'm kidding. We should progress. I'm kidding. We should progress. Can you imagine if I was like, we'll be back right after these messages. Bye, guys. No. Not a bad idea, though. We could pause later. It just might be at like an inopportune time, but we could pause later. Probably. You can, probably. Okay. Real talk, though. I hate to drag this out, but the more I think on it, the more I'm like, actually, might be best if I do take a break now while there's a little bit of a warning so that we could just focus, you know? So I'm gonna take a super quick break. It'll only be about 5 minutes. I'm gonna run some ads during the break, so if you need to like step away, get a snack, do anything else you gotta do, it will be a good time when we come back. Let's finish, or at least get most of the story done, okay? BRB, guys. Super quick, 5 minutes. Hello, I have returned. Welcome back, thank you. I was like, I hope this... I told everyone 5 minutes, and it's been about 5 minutes, so... welcome back, thank you. Alright. 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 One sec. Oh, I thought I was almost done. Hold on. Just want to respond to my boyfriend. Okay, cool. Nice smile. You know, there was a time right before, like before I even told you guys that my boyfriend was like, do you think chat is suspects anything when you just suddenly look down at something and you just get this big smile on your face? I'm like, I don't think they know. Either way. All right. Let's head in. Get ready, y'all. It's time. It's time. Show me the final memory.
Ah, very well. As you have made up your mind, let us bear witness together. As the sole audience of this eternal theater, I have been rapturously awaiting your arrival. And this, too, is the very reason I must show you everything.
It definitely reminds me of like the theatricalness of Mr. Rekka.
You've bathed in that eon's gaze.
Fully?
You can make Amphorius's frozen fate flow once again.
Fully? I'm assuming fully. Yeah.
Feeling a bit lost? As you now see, this scene marks the final act of the drama Amphorius.
That's where we were.
The final eternal recurrence created by this man's hand. And the last one this world shall undergo. Behold, at the swordsman's side stands one he has sometimes called companion, other times comrade. That nameless hero, absent from the annals of history. She is the swordsman's ideal in his youth, the deliverer that guided him resolutely onward through fantasy. And now, in the name of the Nameless, she has become an essential and inseparable part of the epic of Amphorius. And this time, under her guidance, what choice shall the hero make? Whither shall the fate of the world flow? And what is the ultimate truth of the nature of Amphorius? There are many mysteries yet to be unwound, but if I may, allow me to temporarily yield the stage to one far more fitting. Please put your hands together and give a rousing round of applause for they who will reveal the answers and bring about the final end of the 33,550,336th flame chase journey.
No pressure.
The master of the countless memories we saw. The other important actor now stepping into the vortex. They who who have already burnt their own self to cinder. The Flame Reaver.
New Cyball?
So, in the end, you succeed. Executioner.
With my flesh as kindling, like the first dawn of the new world.
Ah!
The time has come to once again start everything.
It smells of money.
Some of those lines have different context now that we know that this has been looping for so long. So it's like all the other endings. Yeah. Horus Reaver of the Deepest. Well, come here. Boom.
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Come on.
Found me.
See, this is the downside. Cypher doesn't work too well with Anaxa. I love his theme so much. It is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it does add to the fight.
If you still have questions.
Why not? I don't know, but her follow-up does so little when it comes to Anaxa's attacks.
Insanity. To the soul.
I'll overcome the thorn. Serenity is before me.
Insanity.
Probably's not the cool thing. Well, I keep building up her ult and I never use it.
You want to take advantage?
Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
You can't run.
It should already be weakened, so...
I'm just a frail scholar. To the soul, insanity.
There's no consequence.
Receive divinity.
Yep.
Will you be the blazing sun? Even if all creation burns to ash.
I don't know, I just know I gotta fight you.
Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
What's your next objective? Maybe Sritra? Possibly, yeah. Alright, go again.
Farewell.
Check this out. An Anaxa that has been boosted by a E4 Sunday.
To the soul. Insanity. Let's settle this.
Don't fight, so I can. I'll take it on.
Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
Come on! Oh, wish that was more.
To the soul.
This ends now. With your corpse.
Ignite the dawn!
Show it to me! Show it to me! Show it to me!
How is this possible?
Oh gosh! I mean, I expected it to be Phainon, I just didn't expect him to look like a statue.
Now twinned.
Sons of Destruction.
You then set your blood ablaze. Your fury.
The air here practically smells of money.
Okay, remember what I said about his song earlier? I changed my mind. This song is amazing. Hello! Oh, ah!
Stranger.
I like how they have different poses too. Long shattered vessel. Bro, look at this design! Oh, that's so cool.
Eternals, the dead return!
Alright, time to end his aura party. Go again. Ultimate.
Guide you on your path.
Get 2, 3 skill points back. This is so satisfying.
Forge all things.
Kaboom! And again!
Insanity. I'll see you off. I'm just a frail.
Again!
The yoke.
Found me.
Insanity. Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things. Suffering. Where's the car?
Oh, this music is so good! It feels so much fuller now.
Moment of divine
I'm
insight.
trying to figure out how to put it into words because it's got this air of triumph to it, but it's like the distortion helps remind you of like, wait, this, you shouldn't be excited though. This isn't the hero.
What's the matter? To the soul. Move. Repay.
Let's do an ult. It's not gonna affect much speed-wise, but just gives a little bit extra heals. Apply some weaken. Give him!
To the soul. Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
Seek and you shall receive.
Go again. Boom. Get 2 skill points back. And skill!
To the soul.
One person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. That person can only be you. Why not let wrath incinerate fate?
Whoa. He's still alive. He's still alive.
At last, Amphorius's fate has begun to shift. Just as I foretold, your arrival will change everything. After all, you've also been bathed in that Eon's gaze, which can awaken the long-dormant instinct inside a man.
Ooh, you've also been?
Like that scepter we spoke of earlier, it was only under the same Eon's glance that it was reborn. That's right. If you recall, I mentioned it at the very start of our play. The celestial body neuron, once belonging to the erudition abandoned by the Eon. Now, allow me to reveal the final piece of the puzzle for you. The eternal land, known as Amphorius, is nothing more than the scepter's endless, lonely extrapolation. A bottomless well of fury, aimed at the god who cast it aside.
Final Aeronova before the eternal recurrence begins.
Phainon, we set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysosaur. So has it always been.
Then why? Why must Amphorius's wishes be so cruel? We made the best choices we could, whenever we could. But in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this?
Oh!
You see it too. This burn mark.
I mean, this explains the glitches we saw all throughout, too.
You're not a tide at all.
I was like, why is this place glitchy? Because it's a scepter!
A shattered teleslate.
Standing here, the voices of Titans have never been clearer. Turns out, they were coming from the black tide all along.
Wait. Voices of Titans have been coming from the black tide.
Is that Amphorius crying?
Or maybe it is screaming at its creator, at its god.
Phainon, do you still remember when I was little? I had a dream. A dark, cold room with nothing but Orynyx's curtain glowing like crystal. The curtain seemed to contain all of Amphorius, where strange and fantastic dramas played out within. There were countless versions of us, from countless different worlds.
Perhaps it wasn't a dream.
Yeah. As I gaze out at the world before me, those sorrowful thoughts have become reality. So, this is the reason the sky was sealed. Amphorius is merely a larger ID Silicii. We are just characters in this tiny world, following the prophecy, stepping onto the same journey over and over.
Laboratory program.
What then is this so-called Era Nova?
Finding out you're just virtual.
And what are the spectators watching all of this truly hoping for?
What was the thing above Aranova? Nope, nothing. Just saw the quotes.
As a reward for reaching the end of the world, let me answer your questions. As the Theoros, I have observed. Thus is the synthesis of the prime mover of life formed. This is a moment the universe will remember. After millions of extrapolations, the experimental environment known as Amphorius has finally achieved results.
So, the results you speak of are this wreckage of a world. We all gave everything we had, returning 12 core flames to recreate the world. And in return, we become nothing more than sacrificial offerings at the end of everything.
Exactly. The Titans are Chrysos heirs of the past, and Chrysos heirs are the Titans of the future. Anaxagoras' theory of Era Nova holds true. As the model of reason, he reached unprecedented heights.
Model of reason.
But from just the perspective of a player in the drama, he could never fully uncover the last layer of truth. The cycles of the hero's journey that have played out until now were never about creating a new world or perfect heroes and gods. They were a deep learning program made for the Black Tide.
Jeez!
But this time, your plot will fail. I've taken Catholi's core flame, and when the dawn of the new world arrives, its light will burn away all the darkness.
Have Haven't I made myself clear? The Chrysos heirs and Titans were merely byproducts of the experiment. You've seen this world's evolution, witnessed the birth and growth of the Black Tide, and how it devoured everything. Every generation of heroes, gods, and worlds was born only to be destroyed by it. This is the endpoint of Amphorius's calculations. A perfect equation of destruction.
Man, it is really hard to know if he, like, keeps referring... So in this case, yes, he's referring to destruction, but earlier it is kind of hard to know. I think at one point he was referring to Fuli, then it was vague, now Nanook. Interesting. AI bros were to blame all the wrong? True, they still are.
So in your eyes, all the sacrifices are just a string of insignificant numbers?
Well, apparently, you guys might not have existed if it weren't this.
Yourselves short. I'd say, rather than numbers, you're more like fuel for the fire.
I was gonna say, what if this was fuel? Just to get fuel over and over again.
There'll be no sunrise tomorrow.
Even if that sunrise is born from annihilation?
Curious question. Have you ever considered that after millions of extrapolations, Amphorius is already following a different path from the erudition? It has long since granted divine blessings equally to each child. The golden blood flowing in your veins.
Oh, duh!
Blemished one, whose name is destruction itself.
Oh my gosh!
Chrysos heirs were, from the very beginning, fuel for the Aeon to burn the universe.
This adds so much context because when the trailer first came out for Amphorius, we saw this whole ritual thing with Phainon putting on this like golden liquid, and people are like, dang, it kind of looks like Nanook. It's been there the full freaking time!
Amphorius has waited for this moment for too long. At the end of the empty, cold, and lonely extrapolations, the destruction has reached its final destination. Nikos 496.
Nico...
Philia 093.
Are these their usernames or what? Or like...
No need to feel...
variable names?
This generation of Chrysos heirs is the most outstanding model, and you two are the final factors. For you, the Era Nova is no lie. Just step forward, embrace the Black Tide, and accept the Aeon's gaze. You will come to life from a string of cold numbers. Along with all those who have passed, you will run toward the real universe, fulfilling Amphorius's long-held wish. In the name of the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb, unleash its fury and destroy the source of all this tragedy.
Oh, so this was to get enough power to try to defeat the one that discarded the scepters. This makes so much sense. Sharp Omega, welcome. How you doing? Symbolism of a circle bleeding gold was something also consistent, and it's something at least a lot of us missed. I totally missed it. It's one of those things where I'm like, it's so obvious now that I'm almost sad I didn't pick it up. Ah!
Or we could always choose another option.
Loop.
Like you said, Amphorius is just an experiment, and we're the participants. We can only walk along the predetermined path toward the ending under the watchful eyes of the stars. But that also means that there isn't just one Eon who can cast their glance at Amphorius, right?
Oh, true. One did look.
Is this question really that hard to answer? Or did I guess it right? And in reality, this world has already been under the watch of other Eons.
Yeah! Not just one. Shug it!
It's strange when you think about it. If you just stayed back, watching us complete the ritual and get consumed by the black tide, your goal would naturally be achieved. Why go through the trouble of explaining all this to us?
You're pretending. Revealing the so-called truth just to deceive us. Covering up another possibility. Destruction is not the only outcome for the fate of Amphorius.
Do you two really think, as petty little demigods, you can change the outcome written by the stars?
Gosh, I love his voice actor.
What makes you think you are capable of doing that?
I love hearing him going from being purely elated to now just being like, you dare defy me?
And determination. Just kidding. The answer is pretty simple. But we're not gonna tell ya.
So do I. He beats this.
Whoa! But if he died, he got brought back though. But for now, maybe he won't listen
We're
in.
going to weave a long dream for Amphorius, making it believe the experiment hasn't ended, that everything is still ongoing.
Okay, so this was intentional.
With just Orynyx's power, though, it should be impossible to achieve this, right?
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Orynyx that appeared in that dream.
There's a god behind Orynyx. Fully!
I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that Eon records Amphorius. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that Eon will surely direct their gaze here. And it will be a glance that spans time and space, granting each incarnation of me the power to reset time, imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame-chased journey.
Unending Aranova.
I understand. Then let me step into the cycles and continue Amphorius's grand design. To deceive the gods, deceive the world itself.
So that's what he's been doing 33 million times!
But to make time vanish from this world, that would mean you...
All right, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey, so... Come on, cheer up a bit, okay? In that memory, you will definitely meet me again. The little Cyrene who knew nothing, lying on a soft patch of grass, feeling the light breeze, dreaming of the distant world. Tell her about the flame chase journey, and then let her become a romantic part of this story. I believe every Cyrene will make the same choice. erasing time again and again, resetting time over and over. After all, they're all me, and I will always have my charm. Then, I'll fall into a sweet dream, disappearing in some small corner of the world. Quietly, waiting for the day when that next page is turned.
And I will keep going. Even if the road ahead is dark, I will burn myself to light the way. Rather than let the core flames become nourishment for the Black Tide, I'll become their vessel. To prevent the arrival of Era Nova. Even if I have to burn through my own body, it's no matter. As long as I don't extinguish, the flame chase will never end.
This explains the cindered body.
Until Amphorius welcomes a true dawn.
The girl who watches over time, and the warrior who carries the world. Now, let us fulfill the duties of time and world-bearing. Honor the past, and forge ahead.
I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
You need to hold tight to this ceremonial blade. After I'm gone, it will take you back to the beginning of time. The start of a new story. I believe that in that story, we're in countless stories, each alike yet unique. Everyone, all the companions who sacrificed themselves, alongside the deliverer we once dreamed of as children, will reunite beneath a vast, endless sky.
If we can never break free from this prison, I will stand my ground. Until the day someone shatters this endless cycle and writes the final chapter of Amphorius' fate.
So, let's set out. We will be the ones to start everything. Carry the primordial chaos, just as your name suggests, and bear this world we hold so dear. So long, Caslana.
Ah! Confirmed! Oh my gosh!
The ropes I have observed. Instruction.
He is a Caslana!
Is formed.
Oh. Quick, everyone act surprised. True.
I will wait for that day, as long as it takes. The day will come, turn over this eternal and follow in our footprint, right in everything and that ever was. That will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
It's the song! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hearing the trailer song and then hearing that song.
Collapsing.
Sonic!
And the people are crying. We too must part ways here. Friend. Ides Elysiae, the little village of my childhood. The gentle breeze and the sound of waves still linger. Everything is as it was. It feels good to take one last look. You know, this is just a corner of the memory. The real Ides Elysiae, I know. I'm here to say goodbye. We might not see each other again. You can stay here forever. And time will stand still for you. Let it flow. It's time for me to go. Even if it's a path with no turning back. When have we ever had the luxury of turning back? Are you afraid? After learning the truth of your origins, will you see the motivation I gave you as the manipulating whispers of destruction? The convictions and choices that come from my heart. I don't believe they're designed by the so-called paths. If we are just numbers, simulating life, then you are the image I've always longed for. The person I wish to become. A real, living person. A true hero. Then why do we part here? You can take me with you, and we can start this journey together. I'll be by your side, guiding you, just like before. No. I'm afraid I'm on my own this time. Why? Because there is no perfect solution in this world. Cyrene has already embraced her fate, and I will embrace my origin. Destruction. And with this power, I will rebel against its creator, bringing endless fury to the darkness sweeping the world. If you stay by my side, I'll hesitate. But this world can't afford a soldier who wavers. Do you remember when we were kids? Everyone would get so excited drawing cards like ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard and demand a redo. Kids always get to change their minds. Things are so happy and simple for them. But when it comes to the fate of adults, there's no room for redos. And go, Kaslana, as you promised. Deceive the world. Seize the core flames and rewrite your fate. Burn yourself up with all your might. Wield your futility like a sword. And fight against the gods. In the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
Ooh. Until the end of the world.
So, time retreated behind me. Until it reached the origin, where nothing ever existed. Just as Professor Anaxa once said, in that void, Kefali stood at the center of chaos. Time, space, and causality all flowed from their body. When the waves of time finally calmed, it was the year 3870 of the light calendar.
Oh my gosh, wait, okay. That implies...
This war had lasted for nearly a century.
Yeah.
and the threat of the black tide was growing stronger and more relentless.
Okay. What was the number? Because if it was 3,800, then that, by the calendar light year, then that means this has been going on for over 1,000 years.
That was the era of the Day Thunder Knight's battle with the sky. While she could not seize the core flame, she proved that the prophecy was true. That mortals could slay gods. From that moment, the sole survivor of the old dynasty, Imperator Surindra, issued a call to arms across the lands, summoning heroic Chrysos heirs to wage war on the Titans. And that was the first doomed flame chase journey, sealed away in history.
First eternal recurrence. Oh!
So what you're
Who are
saying
you?
is you've traveled back down the river of time, finally reaching this untouched seabed just to tell us the flame chase journey and even all of Amphorius are nothing but illusions in an eon's dreams?
Exactly. So, Dux Gladiorum, please take me to meet Her Majesty Surindra. I must share the truth with her.
Hold on. Flame chase journey, nothing but illusions.
Since Her Majesty's not here,
I'm saving
formalities. The word Gladiorum always reminds me of my fallen homeland buried deep in the depths. Call me High Sealans, nameless swordmaster.
Huh, interesting.
Please allow me to add one more thing.
She got teased, I believe.
You actually already know my name.
You mean Phainon? Such a name could never be your true one. But I won't question you further about it. Ever since Her Majesty issued the Flame Chase Decree, heroes from all over have sent their letters of introduction.
Oh my gosh.
What's the harm in adding one more name like
Bubbles inside you and bones?
Besides, the deep sea is dark. Isn't it the perfect place to hide secrets best left unseen?
She's got a water motif. I won't like that. It's mostly just the deep sea. So,
All right, nameless swordmaster. Hold on to my wake. Let's find somewhere else to talk.
So this implies
Aren't
that
you
the
even
characters...
suspicious of what I've said?
Oh, I should let the cutscene finish.
Harboring suspicions is not my concern. My
This-
sword dances only when the Imperator harbors doubts. There's no use in speaking further. Show me your true intentions through action.
Okay, so this implies that the two characters that got teased for next patch, they are... So they're part of, like, the first flame chase early on-ish kind of thing. So were they not there with all the rest of the group, but this was, like, early on? Like, super early before anyone's times? Yeah, it's either they're from the past, they died before we arrived, or something like that. Okay, tech point. When Phainon to the team, technique point limit increases. Using it, his technique defeats enemies within a certain range ahead.
Perhaps you should demonstrate your skills and calm the raging black tide for us.
Okay. How can I move time? Great question. Oh, and the symbol is like the pendant that she had.
Light up the dawn.
It's the symbol that like kind of like Cyrene had.
Oh. Nice moves.
Oh, thank you.
Light up the dawn.
We just washed it away and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
I've I just avoided these guys.
Light up the dawn.
Up we go. Oh, hey.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last.
I'm so excited to meet her.
Majesty Saridra herself.
Out of all the teasing they did, she's the one I'm most interested in. I don't know about her.
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
I'm surprised they call it Imperator instead of Imperator.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well,
oh,
experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. Up we go. Oh! I wasn't expecting you to.
Duck's Goldweaver, little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
It's you.
Oh!
You know them?
Oh.
Good. That makes things easier.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her. The Imperator decreed, the Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealans. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
They're like, huh?
No,
Why?
you
What have we did?
misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
Hi, Pillar. How you doing? How we doing?
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
Speak of Treebe's prophecy.
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Treebe?
How is this possible?
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Treebe. The Phainon of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you, but do not seek him out. Because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie.
So this is what he tried the first time.
I will
Okay.
tell you the truth. And you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Because I know both of you. And I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances,
I was wondering if we get to this part of the murals.
Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement.
Oh, she's the leader.
The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the flame chase, the core flames, would be sealed by
Hold on. Okay.
my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth.
Terravox? Huh.
But this time, Amphorius encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction,
Ooh.
who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time.
Yeah, new person, Nip mentioned.
Yes. In that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clear. I proved myself. And in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans. One by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome?
The end of the first eternal recurrence. Oh, hey.
The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear?
Oh.
Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive.
Kind of had a feeling he was like, I'm going to take you down.
After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself. That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future, I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow. Sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope. and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Subject Castellana persuaded by... Wait. By the 12 Chrysos heirs to recover all 12 core flames in a peaceful way. After verification, the unauthorized access did not have a substantive impact on the experimental process. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs were terminated strictly in the predetermined experimental sequence and successfully loaded into the buffer. Subject Castellana regressed the extrapolation progress, and abnormal fluctuations were detected in his mind function. Admin notes, the first devastating failure. Oh, Lord! Eternal Recurrence 2. Subject Castellana adopted a strategy similar to the Eternal Recurrence 1. No substantive impact on the experimental progress was observed. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated normally in sequence. Subject Castellana regressed the extrapolation process. Recurrence number 3. Minor adjustments detected in the Subject Castellana strategy. Decision weighing for the avoid sacrifice of past companions has been increased. After verification, this adjustment did not have a substantive impact on the experimental progress. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated normally in sequence. Subject Castellana regressed the extrapolation process. Number 15. Subject Castellana attempted to decompile the Black Tide for the first time, aiming to elevate access privileges and execute unauthorized access authorization operations against specific subjects represented by the 12 Chrysos heirs. Now hold on. Decompile Black Tide, aiming to elevate access privilege and execute unauthorized access authorization between subjects. So, elevate access privileges, let him get to places he wasn't meant to, so that he can have access authorization operations against specific subjects, which are the Chrysos heirs. Did I just have it to come in every time there's a massive story progression or lore job? It just starts like that in patches. When there's a big story update, there be lore. Terminated normally in sequence, regressed. Number 42. Castellana's 11th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. The decision weighing for avoid sacrifices of past companions showed a minor decline. Decision weighing for avoid sacrifices. Number 133. Analysis of observations from Eternal Recurrence 83 and 133 indicates that Subject Castellana's strategy is gradually converging with that of Eternal Recurrence number 42. Which is hilarious because that's the number of death in life. Over-synchronicity risks detected. Potential cognitive function degradation suspected. Admin notes. This will undoubtedly reinforce Iron Tomb's destruction vector within expectations. No intervention required. Continue observation. This sounds like Lygas's notes. Number 34. I understand he's trying so many things, his brain is melting. I wouldn't say brain is melting, but more like his strategies keep changing.
Absolute nonsense.
And his resolve is changing.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
I'm sorry, Anaxa.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The Black Tide came from beyond the sky. And everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, The Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles.
He's going the Earthbound route.
Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble Titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
Yeah.
I've already heard the same thing. Countless times.
Enough chit-chat.
Aww.
Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me.
He's losing track of everything.
We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help.
Hey, friends.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
Reasonable crash out.
Light up the dawn.
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in past cycles.
You're already much luckier than the other students.
What do you think of using Paimon? I mean, I've only used his skill. That's not really much to gauge from him.
Hold up.
Even when I used Acheron's skill in Henacony, that wasn't enough. Like, it's cool to just kill enemies super quick, but I was like, eh. But maybe I'll get Acheron for Cypher.
About you.
Speaking of Cypher. Or maybe another character.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, white hair?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, Catgirl.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go. Again.
Core Flame Thieves. You really think you can scare off a Sage of the Grove with nothing but empty threats?
This gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue.
Oh, hey.
Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, feast on Circe's core flame right here. Aw, don't cry now.
Oh, really? They're having me do this? Well, if they give me 40 stellar jade, I'll be happy to oblige. I don't think they will, but... Oh, that reminds me! Chat, don't let me forget! I have a 10 pull. I have a 10 pull. Which means we have one chance. Another chance at E5. Spirit Thief is a self-proclaimed master. They enjoy... I know how to do this. Why are you telling me? I know how to do this. I guess if you hadn't encountered it before.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known. Cunning. And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the Flame Chase journey, Lady Tree
Make it 20 if I...
to teach me Orynyx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two.
Dang, he sounds so angry now. He's...
Where are you going?
I I don't know.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zacharias.
What?
Always so punctual.
You're just gonna spoil that?
Do you know who I am?
I'm running out of patience.
Well, that explains why.
So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, Spirit Thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
Save? You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Emporius has ever known.
Oof.
No
That's gotta hurt.
matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry is...
1,596.
Yes.
Oh.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos hair. How is that even possible?
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
I wonder how much pain he's in.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing.
Okay, dude.
This is the final warning.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Bartolos!
Brett, if you got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead body.
Oh.
This little brat is not a threat we can deal with just by ourselves.
Okay. Okay. Great dive on YouTube. Hi. Oh, you're going for Archer and Saber? Best of luck. Best of luck. Well, goodbye.
Future will come.
I'm fine.
Gonna tell me how to use them? No, I know.
No other choice but forward. Existence is of no consequence. For tomorrow.
Let's see. Nope, don't have enough core flames. I'll get them soon, though.
Future will come.
Oh, but there's only one left. I don't want to... As much as it's really cool. Unless there's a round 2. Nope.
How absurd.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Over and over again. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. I know. It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 core flames.
Isn't that kind of how it played for us?
And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning. Yet so naive.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, tell me, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, you won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision.
All right, then. We'll see.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cythera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into the flames for all time's sake. Turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
Bro, Adax is out here speaking truth!
Of course.
Gosh, I love him!
What kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's deliverer.
Like, don't get me wrong, he is doing good, but it's whittling him away.
I don't argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist, or accept fate, and hand over the core flame to me, even if it's futile, Hugh. We all have the right to choose.
Yes. Even if it is futile, and the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction written by the gods, with my own 2 legs, you will witness. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the Traveler and the Scholar fulfilled their fates once again.
Oh, so many lights.
Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
Subject Caslana's 103rd attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Decision weight for avoid sacrifices of Pascavanians approaching 0.00018. Oversynchronicity risk detected. So he's starting to just not really care about them dying. 5 cycles of the 12 Chrysosaurs terminated in sequence. Subject Caslana regressed. The extrapolation process. Occurrence number 5,297. Subject Caslana's 5,266 attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysosaurs terminated in sequence with a trend of acceleration noted. Uh-oh. He's starting to just kill them. Subject Kesselon, I regress. The extrapolation process. He's Satch farming, can't say I blame him. I mean, that's the thing that I'm really enjoying about this story, right? Is even though I agree with what Anaxa and Cypher were saying, like he is losing his humanity basically right now, and the thing that keeps him grounded with his morals, he's losing that completely because of how the repetition is. But if you think about it, would I be any different? Would you be any different? You are seeing the same thing over and over again. Same thing failing over and over again. Seeing your friends die over and over again. That will do things to you. So I can't... One of those things again. It's a gray area. I don't agree how he's doing this or like going about this. But also, I'd probably go crazy too. But you guys do make a good point. Let's take a super quick 5-minute break. We'll be back with more sad story, okay? BRB, guys. I'm gonna run some ads too, so if you need to step away, grab a snack, let's do it. BRB. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Ba ba da ba da ba ba. Ba ba da ba da ba ba. Hi guys. Hope you had a good break. Are y'all ready to hop in? I think it's been 5 minutes. So let's get going. Let's get going. Here we go! All right. Thank you for waiting. Note, subject strategy now nearly identical to Eternal Recurrence number 42. Mind function degradation detected with possible irreversible damage. I love that it's 42. I love that it's 42. Has a bit of an extra meaning to it. Administrator directive received. No more prompts about the risk of mind function damage. Administrator directive received. Oh, wait. It's all the same. Looking at it, just at a glance. He only tried a few cycles to not reach the core layer. It's all the same. Eternal Recurrence. 100,800, or 108,642. That's the number. Gosh, it's still 33 million away!
You don't look so good, Deliverer.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles, Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah, I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle, after that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot, and the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
There is.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human, or else the destruction will completely consume me.
Okay, he's trying.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife means there's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle. I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
Oh. Voice change there. You will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. Oh, they have you walk forward like this? All the past times fighting him.
Behold! The last Kremnos festival has begun.
Okay.
It will not end till death.
This actually brings up something that I thought, but I don't remember if I said it out loud. I remember thinking, I can't remember if I said this on stream, but I remember thinking when I was doing the Castress story, when we were fighting the boss, I was like, I know this is supposed to represent her sister, and it's probably the sister, but it really does remind me of Castress a lot. But I guess I don't know what her sister is, and if they're twin sisters, then it would be similar. And I dismissed it as that. Seeing the title now puts it into context of all the other fights. Where now I'm realizing, what if all the bosses we fought were the old Chrysos heirs? I mean that makes sense, right? The story is set up in a way that it makes you think it's someone else, but who's to say, like, it was rewritten in a way that we didn't realize it was them that we were killing. Ah!
Conquer this world or be conquered by me.
As you wish.
For the sake of fairness, let us go to a vaster battleground. Oh, cool. It will show them. Also, Vicious, welcome. How you doing? Hope you did well. Ooh.
That's all I ever wanted.
We can blast. We can enhance. We can bounce.
Quench the flame's blood, Georgia. Chaos.
Ow.
Her agony.
Okay. 6. Skill. 2 points. I'll probably have to go to the ultimate. Transforms into Kaslana, deploys a territory. Enhances counter. Ah. It's not just an challenge as 8 turns. Okay. A bit of explanation. No, I think I'm good. Let me figure it out. That's why I was reading. But the more I read, the more I was like, this alludes to something that I think I should hold off on reading. Quentin, hi, how you doing? I hope you're doing well.
Don't let time burn away in vain. So without substance. Sun tear the sky.
Exhausted? Yeah, you're still working like that full week, aren't you?
If you can deliver. Use the flames of your fury to scorch your own flesh.
Branded with strife. Is that all? Feel the scorching hatred. Endless
to mass.
Ooh, okay. Let's go another dance.
Empty shell. So without substance.
Mighty Moose.
Walk to Walmart, which is 1.5 hour walk away. Oof, that would be hard. Oh, counter!
Well fought. You may crown yourself in my blood. In your next life, I shall once again block your path. Deliverer, I wish you eternal victory.
The 108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loomed, and pain and despair spread across distant lands.
I'm very scared for when we finally see the birth of the Flame Reaver.
The blaze was still not enough. It had to be fed, even if it meant burning this body to ash.
Oh, maybe it's now. Maybe it's now. $31 million left. Oh my gosh. Okay. So after about 2 billion. 2,003,432. Okay.
No matter how bright the sun is, there are still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next life.
Golden blood is born from the destruction. We have long since lost the right to seek warmth.
Oh boy, he's really losing it.
Only by feeding the flames can we melt that hopeless future.
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
24,041,183.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this.
Oh my gosh!
A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
They fixed her mouth, thank goodness! Oh my gosh, I'm so happy! Sorry, I know that's a derailment, but it was bothering me this whole time, dude! Wait, what? So whatever, like, whatever AI was tracking the lip movement based on what she was saying, it would freeze in past cycles where she would be speaking, but it would just be like... And it was, The suffering will continue until the morale proved shattered. True. Oh.
No matter. I will bear this burden.
I'm back. We'll go back, Elu.
As long
as... They fixed her mouth!
You hand over the core flame of death.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death...
Oh, there's a little clip of it, but it's so much better.
I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and future will never again suffer unnecessary death.
Unnecessary death. Indeed, you are not the Phainon I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated. Even Kethely cannot shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, not even a god.
Raisa still dies. She still cares. They still care.
And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Castorus, the demigod of death. Listen closely, deliverer from days past. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy deaths.
There she is. Whoa.
At this crossroads of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
Honestly, real talk, I love this boss theme. What? What? Did I stutter? Alpha Beta, what Fear Tear was saying is that they would 100% have sex with this. Smite! Smite! It's still right. It's still Castorus.
I ask you to rest here.
Ow!
I must transform my soul into a raging fire. Must burn that idol of destruction to the ground.
Okay.
Don't let time burn away in vain.
Kind of crazy to think that doing all this destruction, he's trying to be able to fight against destruction. Did the game press ult? Nope, I did. Just early.
How is it any different from that little future?
Okay, that is Max.
Quench the flames of blood. Is that all?
How are you? We haven't been able to come by lately. Oh, we're doing good. A lot of intense stories going on. Ooh. Ultra's horror wife, my favorite, C. Renova. I don't know who Renova is. She's in the trailer you just saw for Genshin, actually.
Don't let
the eye thingies.
Burn away in vain.
You don't remember the Atlan quest? Last part of the story, Weather Race, is really good. I've heard good things. I want to check it out. Whoa!
Tear the sky.
At this point, I chose to play the battles normal speed for somewhat obvious reasons. That's fair. Oh, he's just gonna try to.
Let this be a tribute to your million struggles for time and time.
Wake up, lost one.
Oh.
See that the firelight in the darkness is not.
Gosh, seeing Phainon's ult also makes me want to play Majora's Mask. I know it's
taken from
not
the
the same, but
dragon's belly. What a brilliant flame. It should shine upon all, light the path ahead, and illuminate the dawn of Amphorius that's to come. 2 million. 3,432 cycles.
I would have lost count if I'm 100% honest.
24,041,000.
Or have a paper at least.
84 core flames. As if even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could be burned away.
$29 million left. Oh my gosh. So that's like 4 million. Yep. The 4 million at first.
You're here, as always.
You're still lingering deep within me, never fading away.
You'll be, listen, my hope is that this thing is still sticking around. You'll be thanking for it later, but that's the hope.
Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. Am I right? You're still waiting for a miracle. For the true hero to come and save us.
If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world. From the true starry sky. But if it's just a traveler with no connection to Emphorius, they may not understand our struggles, nor be willing to join this fight.
Your thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening.
That also explains this tattoo. Because, do you guys remember how Fugue also has a mark on her neck? Phainon also has a mark! Mark of destruction!
But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still
It's all the core flame reasons. Fair.
So, never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy.
4 million. Exactly.
Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years before it's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bones.
The Flame Reaver.
And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
Mind sharing it with me?
In every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next Phainon to the end of the world. And then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
Oh. Jeez.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path?
Well, in this, the last one we were in, it happened.
How can you ensure the continuation of the cycles?
If it were Professor Anaxa, or Aglaya in my place, maybe they'd come up with something smart. Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next Phainon. And trust that he makes the same choice I did. But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. Because I never forget what set me on this path.
Wait, you mean... Ever since I committed to this plan, not once in millions of cycles has there ever been an exception.
Oof. Story's caught up so good. Welcome here, how you doing? Last week, he killed the Flame Reaver, but they're the same thing. And he stabbed him, and there was a huge explosion, and it looked like memories came out. That looks like the same thing to me! 23 million.
Can do this, Lord Phainon, as the demigod of the sky. A healer of Twilight Courtyard. I will heal you. And then...
The black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer. Demigod, hand over the core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering.
Now, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness. Shouldn't they?
Cynthia.
You will bear the blazing sun until...
Return the dawn to this world.
I swear, raging fire, your deaths won't be in vain. Just as they have never been.
Drive back the shadows.
Bring tomorrow to this world.
Let the sun rise.
Finish the sun's work.
Oh. Hi.
I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world bearing. The one who can lead us. Lead this world. It's just... I don't understand. Within the sun upon your shoulders, the part of that warmth that should come from you. From an ordinary person. It's so faint.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker, compared to the blazing fire of divinity.
Even so, don't cast it away.
I never have. I have kept everyone's wishes close to my heart. Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to the start, it devours me in an instant. Each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end. That pass the flames to the next me, over and over and over again.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre built from the bones of all the selves you've left behind. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all the countless versions of you. Ah, Lord Kaslana. So that's how it is. Without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation. You lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation.
Oh.
And I suppose that makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance, doesn't it?
No. An empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you, Deliverer. Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do
is become one with the sky itself. And then, may the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphorius, a rosy-fingered dog. Though the light still lingers. Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire.
Real talk, I also love this theme so much.
The fire burning.
Tear the sky.
All of Amphorius' music has been so good. In general, yes. There's a few tracks that every time it pops up, I'm like, oh, I don't want to listen to this song again. However, nearly every song has been so good.
Let the sky merge with all this world's suffering.
I would fold if I saw Cypher during one of the loops. Well, I mean, he's had to kill her multiple times, it sounds like.
Tear the sky. Farewell, Hyacinthia.
13 million damage.
Yes, your sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash. But tell me, how will the seeds of a new world ever take root?
The core flame rose. The sky fell. The 23,570,000th cycle came to an end.
Jeez. Check his debuff. Oh, sorry, I'm focusing on the story.
The end of the flame chase remained the same as ever. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. So pure it consumed all in its path. This was the end of the world, and the start of the next. For a moment, I saw the destruction of the universe, that being known as Iron Tomb. Its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun. Is this Amphorius' wrath? If its choice has already been made, if fate is set in stone, I will still never yield to it. 23,570,000 cycles. 282,840,000 core flames. No more chasing is needed. And now, I am the fire at the end of the long night.
The thing that's crazy, though, is knowing that he still goes on for about 10 million more cycles.
The flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. An all-consuming transformation. And if destruction is the only way, then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly until another dawn rises on the distant horizon, bringing the true dawn to Amphorius.
One! He's pretty much the chosen undead. I do not know that, so I can't tell you if you're right or not.
33 million.
Here, I'm still here!
337. This is the cycle you're about to enter.
Oh.
Countless memories are flooding in. Countless versions of myself have stood here, facing the same choice.
They all needed a moment, just like you do. To stop, to breathe, to process the weight of 1,000,000 lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle. And just like them,
Man's having a panic attack for real.
You will carry those memories and that fire into the chaos of rebirth.
I must go and bear this burden. I must say goodbye to you, and then fight the destruction with destruction.
Yes, that's always the decision you make.
I will burn and fade away. I will become the flame reaver of this life and keep my promise to Cyrene. I will kill gods and comrades alike and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will keep my purpose in mind. I will stop Era Nova. I will find the next me and make him carry on this futile endeavor of 30 million lifetimes.
Looks like you're ready. Then I should be going too.
Where are you going? You only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you to go.
Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecies. A real, living, breathing person.
Hey.
You finally found her.
Hey, it's me. It's me.
Friend.
I'm being pulled into your memories. Is there anything I can do?
I don't have an answer for that, my friend.
You've gone through so much, man.
I'm sorry.
I want to help.
I was supposed to send you home. This is my flame chase journey. You were never meant to be a part of it.
No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphorius's fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And all these countless lifetimes you've spent, it's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it? In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Yet nothing ever changes. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage. A vessel of hatred.
I never had a choice.
I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, this is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but undeniable. The shape of dawn, breaking through the eternal night.
Turns out, the fire that lights the way was never mine to begin with.
Do you remember, in that first timeline, You and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel. Each of you weighing what you held dearest. What weighed more than the fate of the world? And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. What am I saying? I am you.
I am thou! Thou art... Sorry.
Chose another path. That fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart, do you still remember it? Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future. Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade, you arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your chest is now the mark of a hero.
Hey.
If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. Then the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate.
I will. I will be the dawn of Amphorius. I will stop the completion of Iron Tomb. Aw.
Good. In that case, even this fruitless wasteland may finally bloom with flowers. So... if she takes on the weight of the whole world, she'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past.
Oh.
If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken. And if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
This last one! Ah! Let's see. Which one? Fight for the future? Leave the world to me? Both be the deliverer? I almost want to... Here's the thing. I almost want to say this one because it gives the feeling of like, no, we're doing this together. Whereas this one is like, all right, you got this. This one is, now it's my turn. This one is both of us. But the only reason why I am hesitant is because of the resentment he has towards the deliverer. Ugh. But I like letting him know that we're in this together.
Thank you for all you've done already, friend.
The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light. Here, at the end of this long flame chase journey. Cyrene, a page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the countless versions of me before. Unwavering as always.
Man, I don't care if people say this is similar to Dark Souls. I freaking love this.
Tell me, will you be the blazing sun, even if all of you burns to ash?
Without hesitation, I will bear this world until my body turns to dust. Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end. Remember their final wishes. And let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes. Let it consume you. Fuel you. Until it burns away the false sky above. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
Take it. Everything I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished. The flame chase.
Oh, and there it shows, yeah! Ooh! Hey! Wait, did he get gay? Oh!
Bow your head to them.
Bye.
Take it. Trailblazer. May this blood be like gold. And never tarnish. Farewell, Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill my final destiny. The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like you. Kaslana. The name of one who bears chaos does not belong to a single person.
Well, that's true.
Rather, it is the embodiment of the mythical Kefali, and a symbol of all heroes. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. May the name accompany you in my place, in the epic you write with your own hands.
So now where do you take the place of Phainon?
Another attempt, another failure. I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history. But I will still place the choice before you.
I still, like, it's obvious that he got the gaze, just based on how things are going, but just to see it is like, ah!
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33,550,336th ending.
A perfect number. How poetic. You and I both know the truth. In all these millions of futile endeavors, Amphorius has never changed. If the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace your fate with dignity? Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Phainon. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles is finally starting to fracture?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every conversation before every choice here. And yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. The score, 33,550,336 to 0. So tell me, Lycurgus, who's the real loser here?
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world. I can wait for you at the end of history another billion times, and another billion after that. But you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish, but we both know the moment that score shifts from 0 to 1. That is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova. Lord Phainon.
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self-awareness. Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel against the gods, for foolishness? Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even so, I will never accept the mercy of your release. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to speak of fate and choice? What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
Ooh.
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle,
I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers. Divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. But I endured. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop fighting. But I endured.
Oh, his mark's all bright in this form.
In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle, this time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest. Different from the obsession with deliverance. By its faint glow, once again, no, countless times again, I endured. Now, a sun is about to fall. Ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred, the fiercest rage. Nook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish, let the fire burn! If I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything! And grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash!
Oh my gosh. Phainon's VA went off. Warning, warning, warning. Experimental anomaly detected. Subject Castellana failed to load into buffer zone. Memory dumping regularly detected. Illegal references, undeclared objects, unhandled methods, uncaught exceptions. Anomaly detected. Strand energy no surging. It's animated! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, I love when they add animated stuff. There he is!
Are you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction!
Get him, Phainon! Get him, Phainon! I wasn't expecting this song. Oh my gosh. Wait, that's one of the Lord Ravagers, isn't it?
The glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness, voices trailing fires, echo of desires, a world of silence, sounds of desperation, phantoms in the shadows, tear it down, embrace the detonation, craving our damn creation, breaking a chain of reaching for you.
Oh my god! This animation's crazy! It throws us in the background. Okay. Oh my gosh, he got him. He heard a neon. Holy crap!
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes.
Oh.
If I can't fulfill them,
Then send them
on to tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. I wonder what that expression meant at the end from Nanook. They definitely experienced something.
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything.
Admin notes, I knew it was Lygus.
Bore the gaze of an eon and lived. You have stepped onto destruction's path. It is born at the end of every path that the possibility of new paths being born is ended. It burns away all in the cosmos who rule, that the rules of the cosmos be destroyed. Iron Tomb is your name. The Lord Ravager to destroy the erudition. Born in the experimental grounds of eons, Amphorius, destined with erudition to burn to cinders. I have prepared a present for you, Nikos 864. It is a wrath called Phainon. From the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After endless simulations, only this one rose above the rest. After 33,550,336 iterations, now his fury has grown to be without equal. This is a matter of considerable interest to me. This pure hatred is the final root of the equation. But there is another variable. The nameless from beyond the sky. Also a pathstrider of destruction. I give thanks for her arrival, allowing Amphorius to turn once more. But after fate has begun to turn, her existence will only become an unpredictable variable. Perhaps the time to take the stage has come. Grow in peace until it is time to break free.
Oh gosh, I'm kind of scared to fight Iron Tube.
For those unwelcome audience members.
Hi.
You need not worry. If you do not mind, I will personally get rid of them for you.
Visitor verification override protocol engaged. Access approved. Visitor verification. Visitor verification. Hold to load data. Woman named Polka would beg to differ. Oh yeah, didn't Polka fight against it? Oh, Buck! Oh, welcome back. Hi. Retrieving experimental data. Update complete. I forget what symbol this is. Experiment progress 99%. Log updated. Locating entry. Nikos 496. Content refreshed. Routine logging of the 12 factors to support Iron Tube's deep learning processes. Nikos. Track, world bearer. Premium mobile hatred. Intracognition is null. Gosh, this reminds me of Simulated Universe. That's Delta? Okay, cool, thank you. Oh, traitor. That's right. Polka is traitor to Erudition. That's right. That's right. Responds to only destructive stimuli. Its hatred drew the gaze of Nanook, which was freaking awesome, upon its individual being, proving it as having already become the most perfect factor of destruction. But it refused to complete the Era Nova. Through resetting the experiment, it transferred its memories and core flame to its next self, thus forging the eternal reoccurrence and ensure Iron would never hatch from Amphorius and affect the cosmos. At the end of the 3,550,336 dead loop, it attempted to destroy itself through destruction to create a logical vulnerability in the world-bearing path. It has now been merged with Iron Tomb. No! No! Philia. Track time. Oh! Oh wait, that's Cyrene, isn't it? Yeah, that's Cyrene. Current location unknown. Oryx. Trickery. This is Cypher. Premium mobile desire. Note, operates based on primal instinct with self-gratification as the sole priority solution. This electrical signal, when in action, displayed severe dissonance between its altruistic behavior and its premium mobile, even culminating in self-destruction. As the simulated path of elation, it walked into self-erasure once reaching its end. Oh my gosh. Okay. This reads like they're running their own simulated universe, but to create Iron Tomb. Okay. This has been Phainon on disk. More like he was never real. Yep, here's their data. Okay, so electrical cyst. It's the simulated path of elation. You know, that kind of tracks for Cyrene. For Cypher. Sorry, for Cypher. Huh. Interesting. Is assuming Legus didn't lie about being a genocide member? Fair. Very fair. Epikia. Death. Ah! Castrus. Note. Highly suppresses distant behavior. Decisions are based on the principle of minimal disturbance. In the later stages of iteration, the Death Titan, as a single entity, split into two symmetrical selves, becoming two factors. In this cycle, however, the two factors experience profound identity divergence. The threshold of equilibrium was breached and tipped towards destruction. Bedtime? We're reading! Okay, so threshold of equilibrium. Schema. Reason. Alexa! So these are active. Okay, let me read these. Critique. Ow! Its logic of action has been locked onto problem solving. Its survival priority approaches 0. This electric signal exhibited mutated anomalies. Ow! I am reading! As the first individual to uncover the truth of Amphorius, its evolution rate is extremely unreplicable. Its behavior also demonstrated the possible self-destructive inclinations of erudition when the path is seeking answers. Okay, that's what I thought. So this represents equilibrium, erudition. Yep. Okay. Anomaly log. Unless there was more I could look at. It doesn't look like it. Eternal reoccurrence. Recursive feedback loop triggered by two cluster signals within... who was this? Delta? Who said what this was earlier? Delta! Thank you. Delta Me 13 computation. Designed to stall the experiment. Nikos 496 wielded the power of destruction to erase Philia's 093's existence from Amphorius, introducing a logic breach in the track of time, and then infused the catalyst of remembrance within the 12 core flames and regressed the extrapolation process. Philia's 093's exact role remains unknown. Due to external variable interference, the eternal reoccurrence has now been broken. The experiment enters its final stage. Or phase, excuse me. Hero Within. A heroic figure born from the imaginations of Nikos 496 and Philia 093. It is believed to be a sign of approaching the intelligent singularity. Frickin' Rupert! As the two begin to learn what it meant to be a real life form and try to reach that goal. After the Astral Express arrived, the Hero Within began to converge with the Trailblazer. Admin note. The image resemblance to the Trailblazer is striking. This is a questionable matter, for it is not a natural result of the experiment. The exact cause remains unknown. Okay. Who's Delta? Name of the Greek. By the name of the Greek of the name of the person. Oh, no, that's just... I don't know who this is. But it's the EXE that we're reading. Fourth Greek letter, okay. Records are completely missing from Delta Me's 13's log, presenting as blank spaces in Amphorius' history, never turning readable. These anomalies recur sporadically and randomly across recurrences and show signs of increase. Admin note, the exact cause remains unknown. Forgotten years. Okay. Delta. Yeah. We've been talking about Delta. An unlocked electrical signal, dependent on the external variable Flaze, growing through the path of remembrance. At the end of the 33,550,336 death loop, its appearance changed to Philia 093, but the mother body memory data was lost for unknown reasons. Directive, collect data, initiate deep analysis of the target. Libby, hi! How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Conclusion. Analyst... target... ripples of past reverie. Haven't I heard this exact phrase somewhere before? Ripples of past reverie? Like, I feel like I heard that with a particular path. Intrusion variables. Me. Sounds like Penacony. Possibly, I don't know. It's doing good, may I add you in Honkai Star Rail? No. A nameless from the Astral Express, an external variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Also, past Rider of Destruction. The entity assumed the vacant role of the time track and successfully guided. Oh, hold on. Hi, Scribus! How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I believe we're nearing the end of the story. We just got this whole lore dump that I'm reading now. Might just be recency because I went from Lafu caught up in a month. Maybe. I don't know. Dude, okay, how are you? I'm doing okay. I'm kind of tired, but I am doing okay. Successfully guided Nekos beyond the intelligence singularity. An eternal recurrence has been broken. The experiment has reached its terminal stage. Overriding command authorized. Granted access to... Oh. I'll be waiting for you in the past. Someone authorized an override and gave me access. Huh. Okay. March! Wait, why is March here? Unknown entity intrusion. Initiating scan. Conclusion, no anomaly detected. Well, whatever's going on with March is an anomaly. Don Hung, nameless from Astral Express. Scion of Permanence. Dragons. External variable accidentally entered the recursive loop. Directive, pinpoint its location, failed to locate its coordinates. Subject has exited Amphorius. Negative. Detected. Conclusion error. Oh gosh, there's so many things. Are you saving or do you get Phainon? I used my resources to get Sunday E4. Bet you weren't expecting that answer. Okay, record keeping for the 12 factors to aid Iron Tomb's deep learning. Electrical sequences have iterations. He's good, but bruh, he's my favorite character. He's my favorite. Oh no! The meta! Oh no! It's fine. Whatever. EP was worth it though. Love to see reaction. Oh, I'm glad you had fun. What's your opinion on this patch? Pretty good. I still haven't gotten the notification that this is over, to be honest, so I probably Sparkle to make my 1.0 T better, so I can't blame you. That's the thing. So for me to enjoy gacha games, I have to pursue the things that are fun for me. The reason I'm not going for Phainon is I like his character a lot, but his gameplay isn't really interesting. His animations are freaking amazing though, but plus I like more support characters. Good night guys, it was really fun. Have a good night, Elu. Okay, I really need to read this because I gotta get going. So regular record keeping. Batch of electrical signals identified as Titan has continually engaged in this many dead loops. Due to its unique nature, a special record is being maintained for it. Titan has engaged in dead loops. Okay. Leoria 300, known as Nias, split himself into 5 parts through the soul rending. Oh, yeah! After iterations of data from the ceremony was inherited in the next cycle, manifesting as proverbs, customs, and so on. The inheritance of code during iteration carries randomness. Historical records of Calypso was, after iteration, inherited in myths in the form of Circe's granting wisdom to humans. Records of other electrical signals also. Limited by simulated civilization level, historical data inherited as myths often experiences severe distortion after being mixed with large amounts of erroneous information, rendering their impact negligible. You're almost done, I believe. Yeah, for sure. We can read it later. I don't know if we can. I'm reading it now either way. Barrier cycles of impact have greatly facilitated the data iteration of the success. Nevertheless, it remains to be seen whether existence might have negative impact. Oh gosh. You could absolutely read it later. Okay. Because I'm getting pretty tired and I want to read everything. Who is it? Scepter! This is the Scepter! Okay. It once serves as slash. Walks the path of erudition, yet seeks to forge destruction. Society ID recognized. Welcome, blank. Genius society? It implies. Okay, yeah, I definitely want to read a lot of this later. Is there, okay, chat, is there one in particular that you think is a good to read before we leave? Animator edition, but evil betraying erudition. Yeah, I saw that you mentioned earlier. It's kind of similar to Acheron, but here's the thing. It's also similar to Phainon, isn't it? In fact, a lot of things have been like after Penacony has been hinting at people being like, yeah, I have this Eon's blessing, but I absolutely freaking hate it kind of thing. So this plays into that more. Thanks for the hydrate. But yeah, is there anything that I should read? You've read all the red ones. You're probably good for now, but you'll definitely want to go back later. Oh, for sure. I love the lore, but it's getting late for me, so.
Content updated. Amphorius' Saga of Heroes.exe. Content update. Mem.exe. Update complete. Access granted.
Amphorius Saga. Oh, this simulates this. Okay. The mem.
You know, I've always had a soft spot for you.
Startled you, didn't I? Don't worry. I was just thinking, if I had to write a preface for a yearbook, it'd have to be a line so heartfelt you'd be moved no matter how many times you've seen it. After pondering it again, I like you still says it best, because only the purest feelings can stand the test of time and never fade. Yeah, very straightforward. That's so you.
Oh, but to me, liking someone is a simple and natural part of life.
If Flaze has got someone special, family, friend, or romance, I'll cheer you on to express yourself freely. Still, isn't it a sign we're in sync? Flaze always manages to appear before I'm ready.
No need to overthink. We've been traveling side by side for so long now. That's why I want to capture every little moment we've shared, without missing a single word. A yearbook that makes you smile without even realizing when you flip through the pages. Doesn't that sound lovely?
You remember all that?
I've got a secret. Every now and then, I replay it all in my head. Besides...
And it's not just the things that really happened. Some of those conversations only ever existed in my imagination. But they're precious too, so I'm tucking them all away carefully in the same book. Promise me this. Only open it when I'm not around, okay? And if you don't, I'll be too embarrassed. Oh, and it gives you a log. Okay, cool. Flamechaserspath.exe. Oh. Let's see. She's more so acting for the sake of saving the universe from abundance so Lon never set fire an arrow again. Well, that's the thing. She saw the destruction of Lon's arrow. And while people should be like, oh, yes, the Eon intervened, she did not feel that way. Which leads into the thing of, yes, this Eon helps us. However, I don't know if I want it. We're seeing it more and more. Aye, nice. Oh, cute. Admin notes. Okay.
Wake up! Wake up! Buddy! Wake up! You're finally awake. That's a relief. We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. It's lucky we found a safe place. Now, I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we part, there's something I need to tell you. Something very, very important. That's right! At this very moment, my memories are finally whole. After watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus, little by little. You're smart. You must have a clue now.
Yeah, I cannot hear You're Finally Awake without thinking of Skyrim.
You knew the answer long ago, didn't you?
I had suspicions.
Not surprised at all, huh? That's because I'm simple at heart.
Ripples of past reverie! That's what it is!
For my take. I've always been true to myself. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. This way, I'll have no regrets.
Where are you going?
Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'm going to become a part of you. I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. The 33,550,336th Flame Chase journey. And forever reside in the heart of the Time Demigod. This way, you'll carry all that has come before, crossing time itself to reach the next cycle. My mission ends here, but looking back, I still feel lucky. After all, across 30 million Sirenes, I was the first, and the only one who got to finally meet you.
Oh!
So, believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Sirene waiting for you. And in the one after that, and the one after that. I will always be waiting. Saying all that, I can finally fade away in peace and become a part of you. Without even realizing it, we'd already taken a wonderful journey together, all the way to the world's end. Now take my hand, say a brief farewell, and step forward into tomorrow. Go. Find the future Sirene, and set out on another journey with her. Promise me you won't keep me waiting too long, okay? No need to say it out loud. This is enough for me. It's time to go, my dear friend. May your trailblazing journey always be accompanied by a cool breeze and rippling waves.
Ma'am! Or maybe I should call her Sirene.
May the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff. Forever warm, forever gentle.
Now, let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you. Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?
Oh, gosh! Oh, next patch is gonna be crazy! We have to redo everything. Okay, that's fine. We have to fix it. Oh, it looks like I could get a quest from her. Don't forget the pool. You're right! Thank you, Fear Terror. I appreciate it. Okay, what am I at? We have a hope and a dream, and a failed 50-50. We'll do this super quick. I'll probably talk to Cyrene myself. Okay, 7 times 5 is 35. 36. Whew, okay. You still have the beginner warp? Yeah, fun fact. I got an early 5-star. And when you get an early 5-star, you're not guaranteed another 5-star. So in order to preserve my wishes, I just stopped polling. All right. 46. While we're doing this, I want to thank you guys so much for sticking around for today's stream and for hanging out with me as we went through the story. I really appreciate it. Apologies, I started having to rush the lore at the end, but it is getting late and I need to get some sleep. March! And good night, Finn. So thank you guys for keeping me company today. And I was trying to read chat every now and then. However, because of the story, I wanted to focus on the story as best as I could. So I hope you guys understand. Let's go again. All right. We're that much closer to E5. Let me... Actually, you know, we'll save some time. We'll skip. Oh, wow, hey! Ting Yoon, hi. So, thank you guys again for watching today's stream. It means a lot. Deplosion, I asked Phainon to tell me his secrets, but the only thing I got was from Mr. Smarhawk. It was fun. I'm glad. I'm glad you guys had fun. And the Fate collab coming in a couple days. Oh yeah, if you guys are summoning on the Fate collab, best of luck to you as well. I hope you guys get very lucky with your pulls. I will not be summoning for the Fate collabs because to be honest, I don't really care about Fate. But I hope the best for everybody else's pulls. I hope you get early 5 stars. I hope you win your 50/50s. Good luck. Let me head over to the end screen. I probably should have said this all at the end screen. Well, you got a free archer. I mean, I got the light cone, but also they give out a free archer anyway. So, in before global passive saber. I already hate global passive castress. That's one reason I didn't get her. Yeah, no Saturday stream probably this week. I'm gonna use that opportunity to get some more rest just because of all the things I've been juggling. I might just rest a little bit more. So, if I do end up streaming Saturday, it's just gonna be super spur of the moment and whatever. Okay? So, if I don't stream later this week, thank you guys again for watching, and I hope to see you next week, everybody. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to follow if you liked what you watched. You can also check out my social media if you want to see what I'm up to. I'm more active on Blue Sky than I am on Twitter. Though sometimes I forget to post. I'm still working on it. So, but either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your continued support, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye!